Greetings Internet, and welcome for another video from yours truly, Oxleymations. So for today's video, some of you are probably thinking to yourselves, I thought you said you weren't going to be doing any of this kind of stuff until June, the first 6 months of the year. I know, and here's the catch-22 as for why I'm able to actually be able to do a nice little unboxing, which I had not alluded to yet, but you saw the title over here, you knew what was coming. So at the end of 2022, in the last week leading up to the beginning of this year, excuse me, the beginning of this month, January of 2023, a handful of really cool things popped up that were well within my price range, finally, and a couple of things I've been looking for the longest time. And as such, I pulled the trigger on a bunch of those things. I finally got them for myself, knowing that I'm not going to be able to buy anything else until this summer. So what I picked up were a couple of things off of Facebook Marketplace. This particular box right here contains one single item, but it's a piece I needed to complete a set of action figures that I have that I wanted really badly to be able to take a look at this past Oktoberfest, but money and finding the stuff I needed just were not lining up. The fates were not aligned with me at that point in time. But in late December, this past month, past month for as I'm recording this, past month, it doesn't matter. Anyway, as of December, I found one thing out of a couple of things I need to complete one set, and it is contained within this box. There were a couple of other things I picked up. I don't believe they were all... a couple were from Facebook Marketplace. A couple of things I picked up in a collectibles store that day, but we'll get to those in a different video. For now, we're here to focus on the unboxing of this particular package right here. Now, before I actually get into this, I wanted to kind of do a little bit of a story, as it were. A few years ago, or actually it might have just been, screw it, we'll just say it was a couple of years ago, I came across a set of action figures that I'd been wanting to get my hands on. Figures that y'all have seen in the background during Oktoberfest this last year, I believe it was. And I really wanted them, and this person had almost the complete collection of them in one little lot for very cheap. And of course, as soon as I saw that, I was like, I will take those, thank you. I checked, they said they were able to ship, and bada bing bada boom, they sent them to me in the mail, and they're within this Walmart bag, this shopping bag in my hand. And that set of action figures, to give y'all a little hint as to who they are, we have the Addams family. I got nearly the full set from one seller. They had Morticia, as I just shown. Here's, let me just double check here what the name is, Granny. So Morticia, and they had Granny, as well as Pugsley, Uncle Fester, and of course, Lurch. But the only figure that they didn't have in their little set that they were selling was, of course, the head of the household, Gomez. So, I've been trying to get my hands on a Gomez ever since, and there was one person online in a group that deals with Ninja Turtles and those kind of action figures, who was willing to do a trade with me. And they, I don't know if it was a disconnect on their end or on my end, but I was under the illusion that they were going to be sending me a Gomez along with a couple of other things in trade for some broken Ninja Turtles. They were doing a custom and they needed the bits and pieces from certain figures that I had in my broken parts lot. And I'll show you real quick the things I got from that. included in that particular lot, as part of those things I got from him, were this vac metallized, this golden Raphael Ninja Turtles 3 Mini Mutants playset. No figures or anything, and one of the legs on this was busted, which I obviously have since repaired. It does actually move like it's supposed to, it's just really stiff. There we go. Anyway, I got that from the person, as well as a carded, brand new NRFP Uncle Fester. But the reason why I got these two things was because, like I said, it was either a mistake on their part or on my part. What was supposed to be included in the trade was a carded Gomez. It was supposed to be Gomez, Fester, and that Mini Mutants playset, but apparently the person decided to change their mind at the end, and instead of sending me Gomez along with these other two pieces, it was just Fester and the Turtle playset. I brought this up to them when I finally got the package in the mail, and they were like, "Oh, no, I never intended to, trade him," even though he showed the Gomez figure next to this Fester in the picture, along with that Mini Mutant playset, saying that, alluding to the fact that it was going to be those two Addams Family figures, the Mini Mutants playset, as part of the deal. And he said, no. If Gomez would have been included, I would have needed more from you. Is basically what it boiled down to. Or his response, that is. So I was frustrated and I was irritable, but wanting to stay on good terms with the guy because he has a lot of cool stuff. I was just like, I took my losses. I was like, okay, whatever. So now I have two Uncle Fester action figures, one complete in the box, one loose, good condition with the working action feature. As well as, like I said, that hard to find Mini Mutants playset and whatever. So, like I said, I took my losses, I dealt with it, whatever. And so I kept trying to get a Gomez. But the people on Facebook Marketplace and the people on eBay and all the other sites that I was looking at to try and track one down, they wanted too much for him. Like, myself personally, picking up a carded action figure like this, the most I would usually be willing to pay for something like that, depending on how hard it is to find the figure, would be like 15 shipped. If it was someone selling it online and, shipping it to me, that's about how much I would want to pay for it. If it was in person, I would probably I would try to get it for 15 or less. Hell, with the shipping, I'd probably go up as far as 20. Which is where we are with this Gomez here. This guy cost me about $22 shipped. It would have been a little more, but I was able to talk the seller down by a couple dollars, literally $2. And so, as I just alluded to, I finally have a Gomez to go with The Addams Family action figure set. Now, a lot of you may be wondering, that can't be all of them, right? You've only got Pugsley, Granny, Morticia, Lurch, and Fester. What about Wednesday? What about, Cousin It? What about Thing, the creepy crawly hand? They only put out these 6 figures, although on the back of the cards, they showed that they were going to be releasing, or they were intending to release all of them. Like, see, right there we've got Gomez, Morticia, Lurch. There's the Wednesday they didn't release. There's Thing. Then there's Pugsley, Granny, Fester. And then over here we have Cousin It. And as I just said, Thing, Wednesday, and Cousin It were unfortunately never released. Just because of the fact that I forget the exact reason, but apparently just something went wrong, sales weren't where they should have been, and so they just canned the Addams Family after the first 6 figures. And that is, in fact, a tragedy, in my honest opinion. I know worse things are going or have happened in the world. I know there's much worse out there than just like having an action figure line of the Addams Family be incomplete, but it still sucks. I really would have liked to add a Wednesday to the collection. Like, I mean, seriously, they couldn't have added Wednesday at the very least. But it is what it is. Man, that tape was really stuck. But anyway, hopefully I didn't just damage the card back. Get this through the tape on that side. Try and keep the box in frame so y'all have something to look at while I'm running my gab. Okay. Box flaps are open. Now this Gomez is supposed to be mint on card. Brand new like that fester there, never opened. And so far, things are looking up. So let's go ahead and carefully pull this guy out of there. They did a good job with the bubble wrap. Okay, now let's see. Any other fancy schmancy stuff hiding in here? Any bonuses, anything like that? Nope. Apparently it's a bit musty. Okay. So we'll go ahead and peel back the bubble wrap and get a good look at Gomez. Can already kind of see him through the bubble wrap, and there he is. And so, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and everyone in between, I present to you Gomez Addams. Brand new on the card. It has been punched, which is just a way of saying that they put this hole in the card right up top here, so they could put it on the store pegs. His card is a bit yellowed, and I honestly don't care about that. He's on the correct card. Excellent. So now, I have the fully released Addams Family. Got Gomez, got Morticia, got Lurch, Wednesday and Thing aren't released, got Pugsley, got Granny, got Fester, got two Festers, and there we have it. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this because, like I said, like I was alluding to, I am planning to do a video on the, on this entire action figure line for Oktoberfest this year. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, to help prove the point of the figures not doing well, you check out the price stickers up there. It's got one from Kmart where this was originally like $5. And then they dropped the price down to $2 trying to sell these things. It really sucks because this would have been a really cool action figure line. It is a really cool action figure line based off of a fairly cool cartoon. And if you never saw the 90s Addams Family cartoon, and there are clips right here on YouTube. Look it up. You will not be disappointed, I don't think. But with that, I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you all so very much for coming back and enjoying my content. I do truly and greatly appreciate it. See, I finally got the heart shape right. Anyway, I do greatly and truly appreciate it. And if you like what you've seen here today, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Click on that jack-o'-lantern to get yourself subscribed if you aren't already. You'll be glad you did. And feel free to share my content with your friends if you think they'll like them. And if not, heck, share it anyway. You could be surprised. And with all of that out of the way, this is your old pal Oxleymations saying, Cowabunga, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later.